Every adventure leaves behind a story. Some funny, some chaotic, some lost to an SD card that just stopped reading. For most of my life, I never really had stories to tell. Everything crazy or worth telling always seemed to happen to my friends. School was peaceful, home was quiet, nothing particularly crazy ever happened. Which, don't get me wrong, isn't bad at all. But there's a balance to everything. It's the saying, too much of anything is bad. I wanted stories worth telling. No, I wanted stories worth remembering.
Watch them.
Shopping na mga kabayo.
And so, I tried con going, and while it doesn't seem like much, that doesn't mean every single one didn't give me a story to tell. Going to cons might not be part of the norm, it might even be strange, but they thought Einstein was crazy, right? Few months ago, prior to editing / posting this at least, during December, I was at Cosmatsuri 2025. Flash forward, 4 months later, late April, I was at Cosstreet 2026. However, the SD card stopped reading midway through footage. So, a little under 2 weeks after OzineFest 2026. The decision of going to this event was extremely spontaneous. Hell, tell you the truth, there was a very good possibility I wouldn't have went, but thankfully, we're in a world where I did. Otherwise, we wouldn't really be here, would we now? I was invited to OzineFest around the week before the actual event, and I wasn't really thinking about it because I was still kind of fatigued from Constories from about 2 weeks back at a time, until the day before the actual event where I made the spontaneous decision. To be honest, I slept like 3:30 AM, then woke up at 9, then left an hour later at 10, so I wasn't feeling the freshest. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever felt the freshest the day before con, but that's besides the point. Going there, I wasn't quite sure what my mission was this time around. I already finished my convention mission during Cosmatsuri 2025. I met a bunch of friends in Constories too. Maybe my mission should be better footage? Yeah, well, why do you need a mission? Let's live a little. But enough semantics. Because we're here. Immediately upon getting off the bus, I went up the stairs to cross the overpass towards the mall. Just from the shots alone, you could already tell the mall is gigantanormous. But this map. You see that? Mega Mall A and Mega Mall B? Yeah, let me just... So I haven't realized it yet when I saw that map, but I had no idea where I was going. So moving along now, I went in the mall and oh my god, this mall is very long. Only here did I realize I actually had no idea where the hell I was. Nor do I understand why I was just walking around like a headless chicken. Look at this. Why am I here? What am I doing? What, just hoping I arrive at the venue? I wander around so much, I end up at a supermarket. Which, mind you, is on the other side of the fucking mall. Look! Anyhow, one thing I do know is that I had no time to waste. So I started navigating. Oh, and there was even this horror game map as fucking barrier over here that I had to go around to pass. I had no idea where the venue was, but I had a hunch I was probably in top floor. Always is. This shot really puts into scale how long this damn place is. I've never heard of a place called Citizen. I also wouldn't guess it to be about jewelry. Oh, and here, K9. I've never seen one in the mall actually. A furniture store named Furniture Source. I mean, yeah, I guess it is a furniture source. Look, I even found a board that lists the shops at this level. Maybe help me navigate. Yeah, who are we kidding? As if that helped. I recognized nothing. One thing I also wondered was if this mall was actually still developing. Here, there's a whole floor worth of like unfilled space. At this point in time, I also saw a bunch of cosplayers. That one's Chainsaw Man. That one's someone from Payday 2. I'm so sorry. But you know, I figured there's no other reason for them to be in cosplay, and I was lost. So I did what anyone would do. Follow them. Oh hey, I took a shot of Sparrow too. Sparrow has always been one of my favorite restaurants because of their absolutely killer ziti, but the one near me closed one day when I was a child and I missed it since, so I was glad enough to see Sparrow here that I actually got a shot of it. Ah, and he turned around so I immediately stopped recording. And then we reached the Mega Trade Halls where the con was held in. Okay, well that doesn't really look like a con. Dental City? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Oh, we're here at the venue. I reached the venue eventually and just decided to stand and wait. I'm like an NPC, just follow your quest marker and you'll see me. Wait for what? Oh, I thought you never asked. That's where Constories comes in. During that, I met a bunch of new friends. Ezio, Hubert, Legend, Call Me, Dosuvase, Zab. But the one I'm waiting for today is kaeru. This is kaeru. From both times I've went with him, his cosplay was really prim. Gorgeous, if I could say, but I'm not gay. He streams on his Facebook too. From what I've seen, he plays Overwatch and Dota with his crew. Another stream he has done as well is makeup, and one time he has even shown his chair in a breakup. Show him your support, and present yourself as good of a sport. And they thought Shakespeare was dead. That aside, he's the guy who invited me to OzineFest in the first place, and he's one of the people I met in Cos Street and is the only reason I'm here in OzineFest today. I certainly didn't arrive early though. It's already 11:30 by this point, so I texted him. So you remember the Hotel Sogo briefly shown at the intro? Yeah, it's that Hotel Sogo, which was a whole 2.6 kilometers away. Okay, well, 2.6 kilometers doesn't sound that bad. Hey wait, I'm not sedentary! Anyway, I stayed there for what felt like eternity while kaeru did his makeup all the way at Hotel Sogo. This will take 3 years! But as my grandfather once said, okay, well, for starters, my grandfather never said that. And two, I'm not Chinese, nor do I have Chinese blood. I just got inspired by all the Counter-Strike guys with the inspirational Chinese proverbs as their username. But at any rate, I decided to wait. So I shot the cosplayers outside. Air Force pilot. You're as beautiful as the day I lost you. There's Brazilian Miko and Makima as well. Even Kaurofon, that one's a rare drop. Jane Doe and Herta. And I found myself in front of that City. Not on purpose, the con is coincidentally right beside it. It was like a good lane I could shoot the cosplayers from. With the camera. I even found like a Justicia guy from the Watanabe Corp or something. This one's a legendary drop. Better yet, I even saw a crossover. Ever saw Leon Kennedy and Ada Wong alongside Jason Voorhees? Well, now you have. After being satisfied with my shots, Bro Chacho was taking too long, so I decided to go to the venue first. Just meet him later, you know. Then boom. Yeah, the ticket fee. I always come prepared though. That's like $5, give or take. And that aside, as I stood in the line, seeing all these cool cosplays made me realize something. And right then and there, did I get a mission for the next time. Cosplay! A proper one, at that. It sounds so fun. And like, you know, hot. I've always wanted to experience being approached by a random person and they go like, can I get a picture? They're busy telling you your cosplay is good. But, as I mentioned, I don't like wasting time. And I won't waste yours either. So in we go. Try nga.
I did something similar yesterday po.
Ang dami!
Lahat ng playable characters and some NPCs.
Ang dami! Simulan natin.
Sige po siya.
Ito, of course.
Wait.
Diyan yan! Anyways, I'm sure you saw the dog and thought it was cute. Even if you don't, well, I do, and frankly, even the me all the way from May thought the same. This shit is like a minute of just the dog. I'm serious. I wish I wasn't. Moving along now, after 2 solid hours of getting footage by myself, kaeru sent me an update. And shortly after, we found each other. We chatted for a bit, and next thing I know, he's not alone. See that? That's Carl, one of kaeru's friends. Today, he's Silent Suzuka. That's ball right there. So first thing on our agenda was food, which was good. I haven't eaten anything yet. We weren't familiar with the mall though, so we just simply walked to the screen right across from us and started browsing for food chains. Browsing didn't work. There was like 3 million fucking categories. Okay, more like 6. Why doesn't it just show me all the places we can eat at? We gave up and just started wandering until we saw something good. On the way there, we ran into Big Smoke. Sino and Singsho was also here. And Carl shows us some love. Eventually, we decided on Greenwich. Greenwich serves food other than pizza? I didn't know that. We grabbed a seat, and to my surprise, kaeru was putting makeup on Carl. Well, in hindsight, it's not very surprising. They're cosplayers, but like, come on, I don't do this. That looks so damn complicated. Never touched makeup in my life. It's like rocket science. Can someone teach me this? I'd love to know makeup when I do cosplay one day. No, that sounds gay. Carl's got a lot of stories. I think he's cool. And a bit ferocious. Not a bit, he's ferocious. I don't know how to approach or talk to him. Actually, even until today. I'm so sorry. He's got that Sigma beast within, you know. Carl, don't kill me. While they were doing makeup, I was eating my spaghetti and garlic bread. I mean, it's alright. Still eating greenish for the pizza though. They were doing makeup for so damn long, I finished eating and they were still going. Apparently to kaeru, this was his first time doing makeup on someone else, and this isn't even that long. It usually takes him an hour. Makeup cannot be that deep, bro. I feel like a Victorian era child being introduced to modern nuclear technology. Every step of makeup looks the same. Soon enough though, they finished doing the makeup and then ate while I just did absolutely jack. Once they finished, Carl finished his Suzuka transformation and we headed back up to go check on what's happening in the venue. Along the way, Carl and kaeru met this bocce girl. Turns out they actually knew her from a while back. kaeru even got a picture with Athena? I don't know the character, I just made that shit up. The third person we ran into is this Matikane Tan Hauser, however you pronounce it. And in that costume is Cell. Looks like they're great friends. The entire time they were talking to the other people, I felt like a fucking background character, like paparazzi. I really should get into cosplay. Maybe they'll strike me a conversation with the big boys too. So we returned to the venue and for some reason, the next piece of footage is outside the venue, but the next one after that is inside. What the hell am I doing? What the hell are we doing? Well, either way, we wandered around a little bit more, checking what the con had. Being like paparazzi to kaeru and Carl, you can only imagine what it looked like filming this. kaeru even wanted to get a picture with this gold ship, but like, she was resting, so And I even found Team Fortress 2 cosplayers. Someone has to tell me how they got or made this intelligence briefcase. I'd love to cosplay as a spy. Fitting, right? Nothing special was happening in the venue though, so we looked for the supermarket for a drink. Drinks are infamously expensive inside cons. Accessibility has its price, I guess. We ran into Carl's friends, gave them a holler, and went on our merry way. I didn't think I'd find myself in this place again. What goes around comes around, huh? So Kaeru was looking for a monster, I was looking for those smaller soda bottles, and Carl was looking for canned coffee. And we found none of those! Bro, the fucking supermarket had none of what we wanted!
Asan yung mga maliliit? Wala sa maliliit. Ano ba? Asan yung wala sa maliliit na soft drink? Wala sa maliliit na soft drink. Krimen to. Anything but training.
Okay na to. Magkano na utang ko sa'yo?
209. Pa lang.
2.9 tapos ito.
So I left with 2 pieces of C2, Kaeru left with Red Bull, and Carl with Thing.
Pwede ba tumambay sa likod na ito?
Maramig dyan.
Remember that Red Bull. It'll be very important. Apparently, Sting is an energy drink. My entire life, I thought it was alcohol. Am I in a Truman Show? Who lied to me? By the time we got back to the venue, something cool was happening over at the stage, and Kaeru even got a picture with the Karuko from earlier. When we got there and took a seat, there was a band playing on stage, the convention was at its height, and soon we'd even be blessed by cool cosplayers performing on stage. None of which I knew the character of. Well, mostly. Why is she writing with fish bones? Optimus Prime was aura farming, but like, we couldn't hear him. But thankfully, they gave him a mic so he can give us this speech.
As the Allspark has been destroyed, we cannot restore life within our planet. As fate yields its reward, a new planet calls it our new home. As we live amongst these people, hidden in plain sight, but we still watch them in secret, waiting and protecting. I've seen these humans have the capacity to change and to encourage and gain power. And even if we are worlds apart, like us, there is more to them than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to every surviving Constory seeking refuge amongst the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
Chainsaw Man even fought on stage. Senbon Zakura Miku is baller knowledge in this day and age. In the Big 26. By far, the coolest part of this was the Gear 5 Luffy, bro. Everything was in sync for this dude. The drumming, the laughing, the sound effects. Even the voice acting was in sync with the dude's mouth. Phenomenal. Then we got taken back to the classics with Scorpion. His sound effects were in sync too. Tanjiro from Demon Slayer tossed his fire away, and she looked like Elsa until she started swinging the knife in her hair. Then Electro Abyss Mage from Genshin Impact. I still remember the days I'll farm the shit out of these guys. They even turn into mats. Then a dance performance from I'm not sure. nor am I sure how to switch a character up. Then Shinji! Look at him! Kaeru was screaming his lungs out. What the hell? Why are we saying, what the fuck? Mind control? We even got Sub-Zero! Entire time we were screaming for Scorpion and Sub-Zero to fight to the death on stage. Then we got Asta from Black Clover. Then a really cute Fern. I was surprised to see like a little kid cosplay Fern and perform of all things. Look at that, bro. And I'm out here being a fat chud. That's life. The venue was really full at this point too. They pointed out that they wanted to get photos with cosplayers though, and we noticed that there weren't a lot inside. So we wandered outside. Once again, I'm like paparazzi as Carl and Kaeru beat a friend of theirs. I'm pretty sure Suzuka's gonna do more than just leave her enemies behind. I even got to hold one of them. Look at this scar, holy crap. And would you look at that, as if there was any better restaurant for horse grills to eat at. KFC. Dude, imagine just being like a normal dude with no knowledge of Umumusume eating his meal and then like a bunch of people dressed as girls with animal ears walking. I definitely think I'd be high. Like up there in the clouds, bro.
Ikaw na lang kandong sa akin, Suzuka.
We started ordering and you could only think about how weird this looked.
Yung pinipindot ng kabayo, yung
Before this, we even ran into Cell and his friend, who is Nijika today. Unfortunately, I kind of forgot his name. I'm so sorry. Once again, Carl shows us some love, Cell shows the world his cutesy side, and our food arrived. Everyone else got rice meals. I got a zero. People would kill to eat dinner with 3 horse grills and Nijika. I better like sleep with one eye open tonight. So we returned to the venue to get our baggage. Well, more like their baggage, but it was already 8:17 p.m. So the adventure was wrapping up for today. It was super fun spending time with friends, not only indulging in our common interest, but you know, doing the usual stuff too. Eating somewhere, walking around, literally just chatting about stupid shit. That's what I really am here for. The day has come to a close, but the night is still young.
Do I belong here? I don't think I should be here. 9:32 na po.
If it wasn't obvious yet, I am at a club. I thought it'd just be something like Cosmatsuri or Cos Street, where we have our fun at the convention, go eat something, then we go home. OzineFest had other plans for me. Joined by Kaeru, Carl, and one more friend of theirs that was tagging along, Evan. Thanks for covering my cut of the grab, by the way. But the grab. I didn't get any footage, but the entire ride, even while we were chatting, I was nervous as shit. Bro, my life is boring. I've never been to a club, nowhere near one, nor have I ever drank alcohol before. I took one step in this bitch and I felt like the biggest criminal known to man. It's not just because of that, but because it was already 9:38 p.m. From that point onwards, so much shit could go absolutely wrong. I've never been outside this late before. My trip to the convention took around an hour. The trip to the club took me away from the route that I knew how to travel in. And if I somehow get convinced to drink alcohol, find out I'm lightweight and be too hammered, I guess, to go home, I wouldn't forgive myself. But isn't this kinda part of the experience? Words of Kaeru himself, as long as I don't get drunk, I'll be fine. I was there for an hour. I was also blinded, deafened, and disoriented for about an hour. I am a solitary guy. I like my peace and quiet, but you know, the whole reason I'm here is because I got too much peace and quiet. Someone even went ahead and made me take a few swigs of the apple flavored alcohol, but that shit tasted like shit. They then said to me that I should take like a big swig, and that way the taste won't be so bad. I don't get it, but okay. Yeah, I don't get it. It still tastes like shit. All's well ends well though, and despite the completely disorienting and unfamiliar environment to me, I guess it was kind of fun. You know, just people tossing their worries aside for one night and just jamming it out. The rave was crazy, bro. I do have to admit, the music was pretty good. Give that DJ a raise. I could really tell that even in the face of rapidly stacking guilt, I still cherish the time I spent there with my friends. Hell, I remember this part more fondly. For bothering to drag me along to a club even when I'm seriously doubting it. For helping me safely experience new and fun things. For simply spending time with me. I'm grateful that you guys wanted me around. For once, I actually had a life that night. The candid scenes where we were just living in the moment, unaware we were creating memories for years to come, creating stories we would reminisce and tell once more in the future, once that the me back in high school failed to live. For once, I felt like my life was changing for the better. More banter, more laughter, more goofing around until the day came to a close. I don't think I really make it obvious that we are in a moment that I really cherish. Simply eating together, walking together, talking to each other, just spending time with the people I value as friends. This is what I value the most. 11 hit. Only heaven knows when this party's gonna end. With the ever accumulating guilt of being the world's worst criminal, just went to a club by the way, I took my leave. I wish I could have stayed longer. But I guess there's no turning back now. To home. Oh, and see you later, boys. I felt just as guilty for leaving earlier. I don't think it would have killed me to stay out throughout. Hell no! God forbid I get home at like fucking 4 in the morning or some shit. I don't even know if I'm drunk yet. Nor do I know what it feels like to be drunk. Oh, okay, granted, I drank like the fucking top nozzle of the glass, but like, actually, I find it unbelievable that you like lose control of yourself. We're wasting time! I was away, of course, from the route I was familiar with, so the safe bet, as it was late, was to just book a transportation service back to the route. Sad day for the budget. There, I boarded a bus, made my way to the bus terminal, and there were no more buses straight to my region. I was told to take a bus to not my region. I assume it goes past it and I just get off on the way. So I got off, right? And I was in the middle of nowhere.
Where the fuck am I? Bro, I'm in the fucking gate.
Holy shit, where the fuck are the jeeps? There were no jeeps or buses passing through at all. So I booked another ride, right? And like, No one picked up. It's too damn late. It's 1 in the fucking morning. I had to walk for like 20 minutes down a dark and lonely road right beside the main road where there were barely any cars either, just to get to a goddamn landmark where there would hopefully be a fucking nocturnal ass rider that would be willing to take me home. That, or maybe he just really needs the money. Turns out, neither. My rider was just a guy who was on the way home and clocking out. I just happened to be near his route home, so... Okay, well, I question how he's only clocking out at 1 in the morning, but alas, fetch that bag, chief. And after all that, I made it home. In one piece. In another universe, my limbs would be in different zip codes by now. And you know, I don't regret going. I got home, then sent them a thank you message. When I go to a con, I expect to just have fun, chat with friends, then eat and go home. Not getting dragged to a club, drinking something that tasted like shit, getting lost at 1 in the morning, then walk down a dark road for 20 minutes. But honestly, I'm glad I went. Funny how things end up, huh? Thankfully, the footage survived this time. Cross streets living in our hearts, I guess. And all that schmuck about wanting stories worth remembering? Well, I just told you one. OzineFest 2026. The night I felt alive.
And I love it. Feels so fine. I can't hide it, no. Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. 'Cause you're all mine. You're all mine. You're all mine. You're all mine.
I had to walk for like, what the fuck? What the hell? Yo, they're gonna fucking drop 3 million tons of water on me, bro. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get washed away in the typhoon.